Alright, welcome to this training on how to design websites and the landing pages using your phone. So basically this training I promise to provide a recorded version because the day we had the live training people complained that the network was very bad. So I promise to provide a recorded version and this is it. And with this, you can always watch at your pace, right? So I will be your host and your tutor for this training. My name is Samuel Igwe. You can call me Coach Samuel. I am well known for designing sales funnel. So once again, I welcome you and I am really glad you are here. So journey with me. Today I'm going to show you how beginners can design websites using just their smartphone. And in this case, that means you don't need a laptop, you don't need to know how to code, and there's no technical experience that is needed. This will be a practical and a straight to the point kind of training. So there will be no much theory. I am a practical person. Anybody that knows me very well know that I am a practical person. I don't do much of the talking. I do much of the doing, right? So basically, the reason why I decided to put up this training because there are people that are like me before. Before I used to think that you need a laptop, you need coding skill, you need years of experience for you to be able to design website. And I know there are many people like that think the way I used to think before. But the truth is that I was totally wrong about it. And this is why I have decided to put up this training. So it is a training born out of the zeal to let people know what they can do with their phone. It's not just about chatting with it and then making calls. So that belief that you need a laptop, you need a coding skill, you need this and that heavy software and all that, it stopped a lot of people from even starting. Many people never started because of that belief, right? So I was a perfect example. Trust me, I was a perfect example of that. But when I discovered tools like WordPress and Elementor, I realized something. What did I realize? Website design is actually much simpler than most people think. That is the total truth. Trust me, I am not kidding you. And I will prove it to you in few seconds. So now, before I will go further, let me just tell us statistically what the about over 40% of websites that are built around the world use WordPress management system. So WordPress basically is a management system that helps you to design websites, right? So it's a software that helps you to design professional websites, and then many professionals use it, right? So let me be clear with this. You do not need a laptop to start learning website design. I have to say that again. You do not need a laptop or any form of computer. The best form of computer you need is just the one in your hand, your phone. So you do not need any laptop to start designing website. What you need is the right method, and that right method is what I have come to show you today. Before I dive into the practical, let me define some terms in a simple language. So the reason why I want to make some of this definition is so that we're going to be on the same page, right? So let's move ahead. So what is a website? A website is just a collection of web pages a collection of web pages. The next question will be what is a web page? Because having known that a website is a collection of web pages, it is normal that you know what a web page is before you begin to think, okay, the collection of these things makes a website, right? So that question comes, what is a web page? A web page is a single digital document on the World Wide Web, or you can say on the internet, identified by a unique URL, Uniform Resource Locator. That's the full meaning of URL. And they viewed in a web browser. Web browsers like Google Chrome, Safari, Microsoft Edge, Firefox, and there's so many of them, right? So a web page is a single digital document on the World Wide Web identified by a unique URL and they viewed in a web browser. Now, this is just the basic structure of every web page. Every single web page has this structure. There is a header, there is a body, and there is a footer. And during the practical, I'm going to show you all these things. I'm going to show you the header, the footer, and then the body, right? So why is websites and the landing page design a huge market? This is a question that someone will easily ask. Why is it a huge market, or why is it important to me, right? So the simple answer is that every successful business around the world has online presence. Every business you can think of that is successful, they have an online presence. And what it means is they have a website where people can access, even while they are sleeping, people can access it, interact with their website, and then take some certain actions that the owner wants them to take, right? Moving ahead. So this makes websites and the landing page designers hot cake. So those that know how to design landing page and those that knows how to design website, they are now hot cake in the market. And one thing you should also know that there is a high demand for landing pages. If you're a digital marketer, you know that maybe you, one way or the other, have paid someone to design a page for you, for your advert and all that. So while there is a high demand for landing page and website designers, there are a limited number of people who can do it. And one of the reasons is because most of them are waiting until they get a laptop for them to start. So, but I have brought it to you that it is possible for you to use your phone and get started. So you don't have any reason not to get started. So I bet you the only regret you have about this skill, what skill? Landing page, website design. The only regret you are going to have about it is that you do not learn it earlier, right? So starting now can be early enough, but putting it aside for later days can be, you may be coming from the back of the clock, right? So sometimes the skills might not necessarily be used by you, but you use it to empower your children. I'm going to explain that in a bit, right? Just imagine how proud your child would be when telling people you taught him or her the skill they are using to cash out big. Just think of that scenario, that your child is telling his or her peers that this website designing or this landing page design that I'm using to make massive money, it was my mom, it was my dad, it was my elder brother, it was my this and that taught me. One, the child is going to be proud of you, and you are going to also be proud of yourself, right? So sometimes we do not maybe acquire a skill for our own use, but we have it in mind that I'm going to pass it on to someone who will utilize it. And it can be just like a settlement Just imagine your child who is still in the secondary school or maybe in the university. It's not bothering you about school fees, tuition fee, and the other things. Rather, it is sending you money because you have empowered that person. I'm just saying this just in case maybe you don't want to use it on your own, right? Let's move ahead. So enough of all this talking. Let's do the practical. So follow me. I'm going to get in. Then we're going to do the practical together, right? All right. This is the login page to my website. So basically, when you are making changes to your WordPress website, you need to log into the dashboard. That is the admin side of it. So this is my login page. But before I log in, there's something I need to do. And that is click on these three icons, those are three dots, and then we're going to pick desktop site. So it's going to reload the page, and then this will enable us to have the desktop experience, just like those that are using computer. So now I will pause this video and then put in my username or email and then password. Now once I log into my page, to my dashboard, this is what I will see. So if you're familiar with WordPress, this is what you're going to see. But if you're not familiar with it, I'm going to explain to you what each of them mean, but not now. Let us go straight to what we are here, which is to design a simple page. By the way, let me show you the page you want to design. Page like this. This is a Kenny Mokoyo's landing page or opt-in page, whichever one you call it is the same. And just as I said before, each page has the header, the body, and then the footer. But let me show you what we did the other day. The day we had live training, we designed a page. So let me put this on a mobile view. So I think this one we explain better why. So this is the header, the navigation area is the header. From here down to here is the body, while down here is the footer, right? So we were able to have a headshot, a name, a little description about the person, social media links to the person. Then we added a YouTube video that someone can watch. Then we add a call to action button. That is what we did the day we had live session. So but today we're going to do something different, right? But something simple because we don't have luxury of time to waste, right? So I'm going to close this. We're going to focus on just this. So I want to have something like that. So from here now, I will be zooming in and zooming out throughout this training. So we'll be on the same page and they will be able to see what I'm doing. Now, first thing first, I already installed a Elementor plugin, which is easy to install. So if you just come to plugins, then go to add plugin. By the way, plugin is what extend the functionality of a WordPress website. So it is plugin that can turn a personal website into an e-commerce website where buying and selling can take place. It's a plugin that can make a normal website and turn it into e-learning website where you can host your courses, assuming maybe you are a course creator. It's a plugin that can also turn a normal website maybe into a school website, any website. So the type of plugin, the type of website you want to build will determine the plugins you are going to be installing. So if you come here, just type Elementor. Elementor is the Elementor plugin. It has the free one. It also has the premium one, that is the paid one. You can see we have Elementor here, page builder. So it could have shown install here, but because it's already installed, so it's showing me update. Why is showing update? Because there is a new, that is the latest one, so I can decide to update, but I'm not going to update that now. So assuming that I have not installed it, it will show something like this. So that is just how to install it. Once you install it, it's going to show you activate. You just click on activate and then we are done. I just needed to show you that. So let me see, is this okay? Let me go back and so now we're going to create a page and then design it. So I'm going to all pages. I will click on add, and this page I'm just going to call the page opt-in. I don't want to waste much time on this, right? So if you look at top right hand side here, you're going to see where it says publish. Let me zoom in a bit so you will see it. So publish, I'm going to click on publish. Click on publish again. After publishing, what we're going to do is we're going to click on edit with Elementor, which is the drag and drop page builder we're going to be using to design our page. So when you click on edit with Elementor, it's going to load the Elementor page builder. Elementor is one of the best page builder I have seen in WordPress. There are many others like the WP Bakery and the other ones, and they will have also Drive Architect, but I prefer Elementor because I have mastered it in such a way that I can twist it to give me what I want, right? And we're going to do something together now. Now, this is it. You can see we have an empty white page, nothing here. So we want to start designing it. But there's something I want us to do. You see this one is showing the navigation, the header, but in his own, there's nothing like that. It's not showing the navigation menu, and then mostly is used when you are designing a landing page. You don't want distraction. Somebody that comes to your page that should be taking an action distracted by your menu, and then the person will be going to other places. So don't want that. So we want to do the same thing here. To do that, what we need to do is I will zoom in. Let me show you what we are doing. So I'm going to just click on this thing that looks like paper with a certain icon. When you hover over it, we're going to see it says page settings. Click on it. And then what we're going to do is where we pay attention to is where it says page layout. So click on it. You move it from default to Elementor canvas. So if you put it on default, it is going to show that navigation bar. If you put it Elementor full width, it's also going to show that navigation bar. But if you don't want it, just put it in Elementor canvas, and it's going to reload the page and then give you what you want. It's going to reload it and take away that. You see it now, just taking it away, and then we now have an empty white space. This is what we want. So to save the changes you have made, what we just need to do is just click on publish here. So if I click on view page, so I can click on that to view this page. So you see that it's as empty as anything. We're just going to see a white, you see it, white, this thing. So now, as we are designing, we'll be previewing it here, right? So let's go back. The first thing we want to do is we want to add a section. So website pages are built section by section. So we want to add a section. So after clicking on that plus, you click on this flex box. Now these are structures that you can pick. So depending on what you want to achieve, that is what is going to determine the structure you pick. I'm going to explain this in detail later. So I'm going to pick this. There's a reason I picked it, which I'm going to tell you later. Now, I picked that, and you can see, let me explain something. That one I picked has 3 columns. You have the small column here by the left, another bigger column by the middle, and another smaller column by the left here. So we want to put the text we want to put should be in the center, because we want it to be centered just like this one. So let's just copy this, so we don't need to come and be wasting time typing things. Let's just copy this because we want to model this page. So after doing that, we want to first of all give it a background color. So to do that, click on this 6 dots here. Let me zoom in. This 6 dot here, not this one, not this one. If you click on this one, you are removing the section, right? If you click on this one, you want to add another section on top of it. So that is not what we want to do. We want to click on the middle one. Once we click on the middle one, we go to the left hand side. We are going to see the setting that can be applied to the section we just selected. So, and what we want to do is just go to styles. Under styles, we want to change the color. We want to have a background color to it, right? So click on this brush icon under background type. So in background, you can use solid color, you can use image, you can use video, you can also use gradient color, right? So you can also use a slideshow, but that is for later. Let's just use a solid background now. And you can use black, red, any color at all, but I like blue color. I like blue color, so maybe we can do dark blue. Dark blue. If I put it here, you're going to see you see the blue. So, but I don't want it to be that. So for that reason, I'm going to select that section again, then change the color to dark blue. See, as I'm moving it, the color is changing. See it? So I'm going to leave it here, dark blue. Now the next thing we want to do is we want to add a text editor to the middle one, not to the left or to the right one. So we're going to drag and drop this text editor, drag it and drop it there. Immediately we drop it, it's going to show you by the left hand side. Just edit, delete everything down, then type whatever you want to type. So that's why I said Elementor is a drag and drop page builder. So basically, what you see is what you get. You don't need to do any coding, right? So I'm just going to paste that thing we copied. So after pasting it, you see how it appears there. You see it now. So what do we do now? I want to go to style, and then I want to put it to align it center. You see it is now centered, and then maybe I go to, let me zoom in a bit so you see what I'm doing. I will go to text color, and then maybe change it to, it could be yellow, it could be something close to the color he choose, something like this, just any color you wish. Then I'm going to go to this typography. Under typography, this is where you can change the font size, the font family. Font family in Elementor is just like the font type. Maybe if I used to Microsoft Word, you see font type, font size, this and that. This is where you can do that. So font family is, this one is Roboto. I'm just going to leave it there. But if you wish, you can change it. You can change it. There are many of them. You can just change it. But I'm going to leave it there. Then the font size, let me zoom out so I will show you what happens as I'm changing the font size. So I will just use, you can type it inside here or just use this, drag it. You see, as I'm dragging it, so assuming that I like it this way, I can leave it that way, right? So I can leave it that way. So the next thing that is there we want to do is, sorry, here there is 18, it was underlined, everything was underlined, so we want to underline it. So still under that typography, we want to go to where it says, sorry, where it says decoration. So from default we move it to underline. So I'm going to show you in the next item we're going to add, I'm going to show you another way to underline something, especially when you don't want to underline everything, you want to underline just a section of it, you don't want to underline the whole thing. So but that font size, I'm just going to change it to maybe 25. I think that is too much. 25. Okay, so then I will zoom out, so we have this. So now let me publish it, and then we go to that preview page and then refresh it. I want to show you something. So now, okay, I will, this particular preview page, I'm going to leave it in mobile. So I'm going to remove this desktop side so we'll enjoy the view, right? Okay, so this is what we have, and this is just quite similar to this, right? So we move from here, but you can see there is much space between here and here. It seems as if there's a paragraph. So I'm just going to move this one, make this one to come closer to this one, just the way we have it here. So how do we do that? I will go to here, select that text, still under styles, let me zoom in, still under styles, then we go to typography. What I'm going to do is under this line height, this line height is what I'm going to use this, drag this until it gives me what I want. So for me to be seeing what is happening, I will zoom out a bit. So yeah, I'm seeing it now. So that's line height, I'm going to drag it. Okay, I think it's okay now. So I will publish it. Let's see how it looks. Let's see how it looks. So refresh it. Better. So now the next thing we want to add, this one, it says discover so and so, this one in bold, and then you can see, I will copy, you can see this is white, but change your money game. That is trying to lay emphasis on that change your money game. That is why it appeared different color from the overall color, right? So let's add that section. So we're going to just drag it and drag another text editor and drop it under this one. So let me zoom out. To add, I can either click outside here, so it shows me the text editor, or I click on this plus sign. So let me just click outside here. Okay, if you click outside here, okay, it just showed me. But if you click outside there and it doesn't show you, just click on this plus to add an element. Now let's add drag and drop text editor under it, and I'm going to delete everything and then paste what we just copied. Paste. So now don't worry about this, everything appeared the way it appeared. The one you just want to, that place it says change your money game, just highlight it, and that is the place that has different color. So let's just, from as we highlighted it, to come to this text color here, we want to change that particular place to this, so it will have what, let me do that again. what is happening. Let me see. Okay, so what is happening is that this thing is reformatted. So I'm just going to delete everything. So the text was reformatted. So if I'm pasting it, I will paste it as a plain text instead of just pasting. So if I paste it as a plain text, it's going to remove every formatting on the text. So I will paste it as a plain text. So your money game, change your money game. Let's see whether it gives us what we want now. Like this. Okay, I think it has changed, but I don't know why it has to disturb us so much. So now we go to style. We want to change the text color to white. So just drag this to this top here, that is white. Let's see how it looks. Text color to white. Yes. So why is it not changing? What is the matter? Okay, go back here. I think there's something that is overwriting that settings. So if I select all these things now, I'm trying to see why. If I go to text color, if I click on X, see, I will tell you the simple way that formatting didn't remove. So let me just show you the simple way to remove. Assuming you want to do copy and paste. So if I come here just on a new tab, maybe I can paste it here as if I want to search something on Google. Paste. So after pasting it, I will copy it from here. I think this should actually remove that. This should actually remove it. Let me see if it does. Okay, paste. Yeah, so it does. So now we want to highlight change money game and then change it to this. So why is it not changing to brown? It changes to yellow. What is okay? Maybe for now we can just use the yellow. Okay, just change to brown. Now from here now we have it, but we want it to be as big and bold as this one. So what we want to do, why it is still selected, we go to style. Under that style, we first of all make it center to center it. Then we go to typography. There is one font that I know to be bold. It's called Anton, Aton. So I will pick it. After picking it, let me zoom out. So we're going to use this size as we are dragging it, we are watching it until if it gives us what we want, we can just leave it. Right. So it might not be as bold as its own. We can look for any font that matches what we want. So I'm just showing you how these things are done. Then the font weight, you can change it to the boldest, which is this one. Right. So now the line height, I want to make the text to come, okay, something like that. So assuming that we are satisfied with it now, we can just publish. Always publish. That is the only way to save your changes. Always publish. So if I go here and refresh it, you are going to see what we have done so far, right? See it. So that's what we have done so far. Discover this is so and so, right? Let's just launch it. I'm just launching this one now. So the next thing, the next element here is we have another one, another text here. So let's copy it. So we want to add another text under that. So drag and drop text editor under this one, delete everything, and then paste what we have copied. Go to style, change the text color to white because it's white. Then do your best to center it. Put it center, that's the alignment. You can also change the size of it, but I think I'm okay with it. Let's just leave it that way. There's something, but I don't know whether that is going to confuse you now. But let me just say, publish this, and then we see how it looks. Let me know whether we're going to do that thing now, or we're just going to. Okay, you can see now on his own, this one is very close to this. Even this one self is very close to this. So we want to bring them closer to, bring this one closer to here, bring this one closer to here. Don't want it to be very far from each other. So let's go. First of all, let's pick this. After we pick that, what we need to do is we go to, let me zoom in, we go to advanced. Under that advanced, this margin, there's a place we call margin. We're going to unlink it. So instead of having the margin top, instead of it being in positive side, going to be negative. So negative means you want to move it up, right? Don't know. So let me zoom out so that you see what is happening. It will be moving up. See it? It's moving up. Once it gets to where you want it to be, just leave it there. Or you can type negative this and that. Okay, I think okay, that is negative 60. Negative 60 pieces. Okay, so we do the same thing for this one now. Let me zoom out. We select it, then we go to advanced, unlink this, then we scroll, we zoom out and see what is happening. So, see what is happening. So it's moving. Once it gets to where we want it, we can now leave it. Okay, that is it. So I publish it. So we're going to see the difference now. See how it looked before that settings have been saved. So I'm going to refresh it. So we see, okay, you see it. So it look quite similar to this, right? Now let's go back. We want to add image. So we're just going to drag and drop image placeholder, which is this. So let me zoom out so we can see where we are dropping it. So drag and drop it under here. Immediately drop it, look at your left hand side and choose image. So when you click on it, it's going to show you all the images you have uploaded in your this thing on your website. So you can pick any of them, or if you don't want to pick any of them, you can just click on upload to upload a new one. So When you click on upload, you're going to see select file. Then from here now you can say whether inside your photo or your camera, just pick. But I want to use one of the ones here. Let me pick this. Or should I, which one should I pick? Okay, let me pick this. I think let me pick this. No, let me, sorry, let me pick this. Mind me. So once you pick it, you come down here, we're going to see where it says select. Click on it. Once you click on it, it has added it. It has added it here. So publish, always publish, just in case anything happen, don't lose what you have designed. So if you go back and check, we're going to see we now have an image here. You see it now. We now have an image here which is similar to this. There's an image, but if you look at their own, the image has a curved edges. So let's add that to our own, because our own has sharp edges. So let's add that smooth curved edges. So while still selecting the image, we go to the left hand side and then we go to style. Under style, we come to this border radius. Just type I think 5 pixels. Okay, let's say 8 pixels should be okay. Let me see whether that works. Publish it. That 8 pixels should be enough. Once it's saved, we refresh this and then we're going to see we will now have curved edges. You see it? So now this is quite similar to what we have here, right? Okay, moving ahead, the next one is we have a test that says fill in this and that to book is it okay, say book first seat by this and that. So now let's click here and they add that. So we're going to, let me see, is that okay, so everything is in the same background. That is what I wanted to see, whether it has a different background. So but everything is the same background. So let's go ahead. We're going to add a text editor. We're going to drag and drop a text editor under the image, and then we're going to paste what we just copied. We're going to go to style, make the text color white to be visible. After making it white, let's change the font size to maybe 18 pixels. 18 pixels is always good, right? So now we have something like this. Okay, we need to center it. This is uncentered, I think. Yeah, centered. Let's center it. So we select the text, we go to style, zoom in. So let's see what we are doing. Then we center it. That is the alignment. See it, so it's centered now. So the next thing is just to add a form where they can fill, right? So this form will have first name, your email address, then we'll have, okay, this is a country selector, phone number, that is WhatsApp number, then the text that says reserve my seat. Let's just see what we can do there. So we're going to add a form under this page. So what we're going to do, just come here and search form, FO. So this is the form we're going to add. I will zoom out so we see where we are dragging it into. I will drag this and then drop it under here. So we have just the basic element of form here. Now Now hold on. So now I want to take away this one, the access message. So we have the name, have the email, have the name and the email. Now there is something we need to do. We can add new item, and what is the item we want to add? Let me zoom in so you see what is happening. As I click on add new item, so the type, we go here and we're going to say we want to select want to add number, right? Yeah, number. On the down, the label want to give it is maybe you can say your WhatsApp number, WhatsApp number, right? Then here we can say first name, the placeholder is first name. Then we do the same thing with email. You can say your email. This is just for them to understand what your email. The same thing here, your email. So whichever of this field you want them to put, to be mandatory that they will put it. Like this first name by default is not required, but we can make them required. Just check this, so they must put it before they can be able to submit. So email is by default required, you leave it there. Then this phone number, is this something you need them to put before they can proceed? If it's yes, just then let me zoom out so you see what we have by default. So now this is what we have. So but now you can see that the text and there are some other things are crashing with the background. We're not seeing that clearly. But hold on, we're going to fix that. So to fix that, we go to style. Under style, we go to form text color. Form text color is put it white and see, does that affect what we want? Okay, so you see it now. It's now more visible, right? It's now more visible. Okay, let me look at that this one again. Okay, all right. So let me go back. We go to this field. That field we want to add a border radius of maybe 5. That border radius, see what it does? It makes this place have curved edges. But I think that 5 is much. Let's make it 3. Right. Okay, 3 is better. Now, because this is just a simple form that will perform the same thing, the same duty as this one we want to add, I will not waste much of our time having so many this thing. So let's just go ahead. Let's work on the button here. The button says reserve your seat. So we'll go back to, let me zoom in. We go back to the content here. Then we move to buttons. Then this place it says submit. What text do you want there? Reserve your seat. something like that, right? Okay, that is have your seat. We can add an icon to it. Let me see, is there an icon? Okay, no icon, but we can add an icon. Maybe let's say hand. Want to add something like maybe a hand that is pointing, yeah, something like this. When we select it, we go to insert. So now we have it here. Now the next thing we want to do there is, if they click on that link, it takes them to the previous to the next thing. So what do we want to do? This page now, I don't want to confuse you with the email marketing part of it, where you pick their email and other things. So the major thing I want us to do is just action after submit. We want to add an action, so it will already collect their emails, which you are going to find inside submissions inside your dashboard. So what we want to add is, click on this plus, we want to add a redirect. So we want them to be redirected to, maybe it could be your WhatsApp, it could be your thank you page, right? So when you added this redirect, you now have redirect here. Click on it and then you add any link. Assuming I want them to go to my main website. From there, after submitting, I will just type in my main website, samueligwe.com.ng. So final thing we want to do here in that form is go to style. Want to change the color of that background of the submit button. So under that, we go to buttons. Under style, we go to buttons. We're going to see the background color of the button. So change it to something like this, right? So change this one also, right? Let's see how it looks. You see it now. So that text color for the button, I think we should change it to black, right? The text color, we change it to, drag this to black. Then the other one also, we do the same thing. We are done with that. So you can see it looks, I think it looks better. Okay, maybe this text size, let's make it bolder. So we go still under that button, we go to typography, and then the font family, I want to choose this one, Archivio, something Archivio black. I like this for buttons. And then the button size, you can go 20. Let's see whether 20 is okay. Okay, so 20 is okay. Reserve your seat, right? So after doing this, I will not forget to publish it. And then finally, we want to add the footer section, which is this. So I'm just going to copy everything. So this footer section, I want it to be somehow different from the body. So I'm going to add another section. Instead of adding something here, I'm going to add another section. But before I add another section, I want this, let there be a space between this form and the down here. So I will select the form. While selecting the form, I will go to advanced, and then I will go to padding, unlink this. So I'm interested in padding button, and I'll put 70 pixel. So it's going to push it and give me some space down here. You see it? So we have some space down here. So After having that, we want to add another section. We are going to choose the same structure, and this time around we want to make the background color black. I want it to be different from the other, that's the body. So color here, I will make it black. Right, after making it black, now I will zoom out. I will zoom out. Then I'm going to drag and drop text editor to that footer section. Then I will highlight everything and then paste what I copied. So you can just, after pasting it, you make some changes and all that. So let me just make some of those changes just because of certain things. So I can say by then you have created some domain email. So I can say info at, you use your own email, right? Info at samueligwe.com.ng. So after doing that, what again do I need to change? Okay, here I can say at Samuel Igwe 2026. Right. So if I'm satisfied with what I have, I will just go to style. If I go to style, I will first of all center it and then change the text color to white. So let me look at it. You see it. So I will also push it down a bit by going to advanced, then go to padding top, not button again. I will add padding top, maybe 50 pixel. I will zoom out, publish it. So now we have completed it. Let's see how it looks from the preview page where we are previewing it. So we're going to refresh it here. So see it. See, somebody can fill in their details, submit, and then, for example, now if I just fill in my Samuel, put in an email, any email at all, then put in my phone number. I can just my WhatsApp number 08080555701. If I submit it now, because we set it that after the submission, it should take you to my main website homepage. You are going to see it's going to redirect to my homepage. So which can be your WhatsApp, it can be also your any of your listing. So that is it. Just as simple as that. Just as simple as that. Just as simple as that. I hope you learned new thing. So at this point, you can see that it is something you can actually do, right? So it is not something that is as complicated as it looks. Now, what I have shown you is just the basics of it. But the question I usually get, many people ask me is, how do I learn this step by step? So you want to go deep, learn it, and then be good at it. There's this saying that whatever is worth doing is worth doing well. So one thing is knowing how to do something, and another thing is knowing how to do it better than others, and that is what gives you an edge over others, right? So that is why I created something I called the Ultimate Smartphone Website Design Kit. The Ultimate Smartphone Website Design Kit. And trust me, this is my brain box. It's just me holding you by the hands, showing you where to click and where to click to get certain results. So this is one of my masterpiece, a masterpiece that I can recommend to anyone. So inside this kit, you will get the following. One, step-by-step training, which is beginners friendly. And we're also going to get access to over 3,500 professional templates. This template is a template designed by professional that you can just upload, which also have the videos inside the course on how to upload it, make some edit any way you want to edit. After editing, you publish it and it becomes, you don't need to start from scratch. So it is a leverage for you to start somewhere. You are not starting from the scratch. So which means between 10 to 20 minutes, you are done designing a whole page, right? So you are going to get access to it. It's over 3,500 of them. And this include every niche you can think about. Talk about construction, there is one for there. Talk about digital marketing, talk about anything. Just go inside there, look for the one that matches it, upload it, edit, and then you publish. You're also going to get access to Elementor Pro plugin. This Elementor Pro plugin is like the premium version of the basic Elementor plugin. So the basic one has limited access, it has limited features. But this Pro plugin, which costs about $189 per year, we are going to get it for free, right? And we're also going to get access to my paper setup guide. If you're in Nigeria or any third world country, you will discover that paper that is around in that country can only send payment, but I cannot receive payment. But I'm going to give you access to a paper guide that's going to show you how to set up a business paper account that I can receive money and that I can also send money. And this is not using the method of a VPN, which gets banned easily. This is a method that I've been using since 2018 and up till now it's still working, right? Beside that, you are going to get access to my private mentorship group, which is priceless, where we'll be answering your questions and putting you through, and also on weekly basis holding live training based on the questions I'm getting in the group and all that. And this is going to be a lifetime access. All these things you are going to find it inside the Ultimate Smartphone Website Design Kit. So how much is this kit? Before I tell you how much is it, here are 4 truths you need to know. 1, if you had to get all this separately, it will cost massively. Trust me, I'm not joking. It's going to cost massively. Even the template alone will cost a lot. The Elementor Pro plugin costs as much as $189 per year, but we're going to get it for free. Training like this usually costs much more, and then my mentorship is priceless. So let's say plus or minus, this would cost more than 350,000 naira. So how much is it? I've decided to sell this course for just 35,000 naira only. But trust me, those who know me very well will see it as a massive giveaway. The people that knows me will see this as a massive giveaway. But we are not going to pay that much today. This was a promise I made during the live training that I'm going to give it out for 12,499 naira. And there's some people that already got access to it can testify that this is the price they pay. They did not pay more than this. And then if you were in the training, you remember there was a comment I made that in the first week of April, that I'm going to list it on seller for that 5,000 naira. That is the price I intend to set the course. I have done that already. I have listed it on seller for that 5,000 naira. But because of the complaint of network and all that, I decided to extend this offer till now. And then if you are on this page watching this video, it means that you are privileged to have access to this course for this amount. But trust me, this is not going to be open forever. Because of the support and the resources included, I can only take a limited number of people per session, per batch, right? So the best thing to do is to be sure that we are part of the few people that I'm willing to take, especially for that price, because very soon I'm going to take down this page, and once it's gone, you can only get it from the seller page, which is at 5,000 naira. So how to get access? There are two simple ways to get access to this course. Option 1, use the link below this video to register. So there's a link I put below this video. If you click on it, it's going to take you to the course page. Just click on enroll. When you click on enroll, it's going to bring out for you to log in. So, but because you don't have an account already, just click on register. Follow the simple process, make your payment, and you get access to it instantly. The option 2 is you can make a payment of 12,499 naira to the account below. You can see it. The account number is 8162029783, and the account name is Samuel Igwe. The bank is OPay. After making that payment, you send me proof of payment to my WhatsApp number, as you can see in the screen, 08080555701, and I will give you instant access to the course. Right. So if you have any question, you can bring the question to the Telegram group if you're in the Telegram group, but you should be, because this video is specifically for those in the Telegram group. Or you can also come to me on my WhatsApp DM to this with the question, and I'm going to answer you. Just before I end this, let me show you the seller page. I'm going to refresh it. So it has been listed on seller, and this is the price for it on seller. And even this price on seller is not going to be forever. Once I get a certain number of people, I'm going to move it up to 52,000 naira. That is going to be the final price for it. So you can start, you can get access to it now using the link below, or come to me on WhatsApp, and then we can start from there. I'll be waiting for you. Thank you for being here. My name is Samuel Igwe. Right.